What's going on, guys? Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video we'll be unboxing the FiguartsZERO Sabo statue. This is the Fist Rook Check Extra Battle FiguartsZERO statue. I ordered this figure from Entertainment Earth, but it is currently out of stock at the time of recording this video. In my last video I reviewed the FiguartsZERO Kobe, so check that video out if you haven't already. Popping up on the screen now are some of the figures I have in hand I'll be reviewing here on the channel. So if there's a certain review that you'd like to see first, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make that video next. And if you're not already, go and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of those videos. Here's a look at the bottom of the box. We have a nice shot of the figure and it really pops with that black background. And here's a look at the top. Now, let's go and jump into the unboxing. Alright, now that we have the statue unboxed, everything does come fully assembled. Sabo's hand sticks through a hole in the plastic insert, and the flame effect piece hangs over top the plastic, so I would be careful when removing it just so you don't damage anything or break it. But with that being said, let's go and take a closer look. Overall, this is an incredible one-piece statue. I feel like Sabo is such an underrated character and I love when he gets the spotlight. This statue is based off the scene where Sabo jumped in to save Cobra from Emu and the Five Elders. I won't get into any spoilers, but this was such a cool moment, and it really showcased how fearless and determined Sabo is. Sabo is using his Fist Rook Check. They did a great job bringing this attack to life. The pose and design is extremely dynamic, and they nailed the sculpt and composition. Starting off with the base, we have an incredible flame effect piece. This base is extremely dynamic, and we can really see the movement and intensity of the flames as they're bursting backwards. There are several streams of flames flowing off the base, and the tips or tail ends really have a life of their own. The effect is made up of translucent red plastic that varies in shade and opacity. This really enhances the depth and design of the flames. There's also some orange scattered throughout, and the tips become more translucent, really highlighting the sculpt and design. I love how we have some larger streaks flowing upward and engulfing Sabo, and we see the same effect throughout the statue. The flames on Sabo's fist, arm, and leg are even more dynamic, and really stand out as they're separate from the larger flame of the base. I love how natural the movement of the flames look, and they did an incredible job capturing this effect. They nailed Sabo's sculpt and anatomy. I like Sabo's original black coat design, but the white coat just pops so much more and looks great. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but his coat is reminiscent of the Vice Admiral coats, which would be a pretty cool parallel since he's in the Revolutionary Army. Sabo's clothing came out great, and each layer is really well sculpted. Sabo's in a very dynamic pose, and we can see they sculpted the various creases and folds throughout, really highlighting his movements within the fabric. As I previously mentioned, Sabo's coat looks great, I love the contrast of white, and they did a great job capturing the flow and movement of his coat. The sleeves are also really well done, and I love the movement in those as well. He wears his coat more like a cape, and I really like that choice from a design perspective. Sabo's cravat or tie is flowing in the same direction and is also really well sculpted. His signature pole and hat also came out great. We can see his goggles around the brim of his hat, and those are really well done. Lastly, they absolutely nailed his face and head sculpt. They perfectly captured Sabo's likeness and serious expression. The decals used for his eyes and scar look great. And even though we can only see some of his hair, it's really well sculpted, and they did a great job capturing the volume and design. Overall, this is an incredible Sabo statue. I'm really glad I decided to pick it up, and I can't wait to see who they make next. Alright, and now for the size of the statue. The highest point is going to be the flame effect piece, and that stands at around 7.5 inches, or 18.5 centimeters. For size comparison, here it is next to a Funko Pop, and here it is next to a Funko Out of Box. Here it is next to the King of Artists Gear 5 Luffy, as well as the King of Artists Ace. Here it is next to the FiguartsZERO Kobe. And here it is next to Ichibancho Smoker. And lastly, here it is next to FiguartsZERO Rengoku. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And let me know down in the comments which One Piece statue you'd like to see me review next. And since you made it this far into the video, go and check out one of the two popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you. And the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.